castrated this little guy last night. He was only 24 hours old, and he really had a hard time. I just want to check on him. He was flopping around. The rest of them usually just walk around or lay down, but he was having a really hard time. So I want to just check on him and make sure he's okay. We use castration bands. You can see where we put it around his testicles, and we also docked his tail with that too. He had quite a large sack on him, and he's a big ram. He's a big single. His mom is very, very good, but he's standing well. But man, he took it hard last night. We'll just keep an eye on him today. There, now he's up, he's walking around. He's doing way better this morning than he was last night. He had a really hard time. Oh, he's a big boy. Okay, I just peeked up and we have another little one. This is last year's ewe lamb. This is her first baby. I just gotta check on this little guy and make sure he's drank. Okay, so that lamb I found, it was off of one of our ewe lambs from last year, so she's a yearling. This is her first baby. I mixed up some colostrum into a bottle just to get him going because he was outside, and we put them in a pen in the barn, so I will go out and show you that. Just because she's a first-time mom and they kind of act a little bit scared of their babies at times. All right, so we'll go out and have a look at that. All right, so we brought them into the barn, put them in this pen. She's not super interested in her baby at the moment. She will be. She's been talking to it. I'm going to give this little one a dose of colostrum just to give it some more strength, and then we'll come back later and check on them. Okay, so I ended up bringing that baby in the house. It still had quite a long cord on him, so I trimmed him up, and I'm going to get him warm, get some colostrum in him, and then take him back out to his mom once he can stand really well. Hopefully he'll be okay. It's not horribly cold outside. It's like 7 degrees, but with that wind, these little guys can get exposure really fast. So we'll get him going and then take him back out to his mom. So we brought this little guy in the house, and the best way to get a baby that is wet and cold warmed up quick is to get a towel, rub them, get the blow dryer out, dry them off, rub them just like their mama would with their tongue, and they should perk up here really quick. He's had colostrum, and he's already doing much, much better. This is the little guy that I found outside yesterday morning and brought him in. He was extremely weak, and he's still weak. He's hungry. He had a drink from his mom this morning. We had to hold her. She's a first-time lammer. She's just a year old, and she's not super responsive to him, but she will let him suck if we hold her, so he just needs to get more aggressive and he'll be fine. This little one was born about 2 this morning, and this mom is super vocal with her and will be a good mom. She was up and had a big drink. She was also a little bit weak, but is doing well since she is less than 12 hours old. And this little guy, he was the one that was born a week ago and very weak. His mom did not accept him. She wouldn't stand for him, and he has some issues. He's in with his sister from last year who was born late in the year, and it may be a genetic disorder. We're still trying to figure that out, whether it's genetics or a mineral deficiency. But he'll take the bottle just fine, and he'll be a bottle baby. This set of twins, they were born Wednesday evening. And this little girl, she could suck on her own. She just took it as she needed it. She's getting spunky. Her brother was huge compared to her. She's grown a lot just in the last few days. And he wasn't able to nurse. He was having some issues also with his eyesight, and we didn't know if he would find the boob. But today he's been nursing all on his own and doing fine. I may still have to supplement him a little bit, but I think they'll be able to go out into a bigger pen, and we'll monitor them for a while and then see how he does on pasture. So we have all of the ewes and ewe lambs that were born this week in the barn. We put these ewes in at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon because we knew there was some cold weather coming. And there was 4 born early this morning and late this morning. Everybody has their space. I'm not liking them all so confined, because when they do have new babies, sometimes there's confusion and some bossiness with the mothers. But they seem to be doing quite well in here. You can see some of these older lambs are jumping on mothers that, well, these are ewes that aren't their mothers. They're just playing.